Hello and welcome to the Real Prosperity Project. Nice to see you all and thank you for listening. My name is Tanisha Tearing and this is
Charlene Reedman, how's everybody doing this morning? A nice what are we at? February the 6th already. Holy smokes, time's flying.
it's crazy, hey? I can't believe the month is going this fast. Yeah. So we're here to chat with you again today, and today we have something really fun. We did this little quiz with our team on a training this week and it was so fun. So what it is it's called 16 personalities and it's a personality quiz. And Charlene and I were just completely shocked with how accurate it was. And so we thought we'd talk a little bit about our results. And of course, we're going to link the website in our comments so that you guys can also check it out and see how accurate it is for you and see how fun it is. And then maybe come back to us and let us know in the comments what your results were and how accurate they were for you. Because it's just something really fun. So Charlene, what did you find about it? Did you find
Well,
it enjoyable too?
yeah, it takes you through a series of questions about yourself and how you handle situations and etc. So it's quite interesting. So my personality type is I'm a mediator. And what does that entail? Um, So I have a world of imagination, empathy, and idealism, and my compassionate nature and deep seated desire to understand the human experience, which makes me a natural confidant. So people talk to me a lot about themselves, which, yeah, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. um, I'm always seeking meaningful and authenticity in my experiences and relationships. So, not to go through everything, but basically, my personality traits come down to. I was actually kind of surprised on this one that it says I'm quite introverted, and I didn't realize that I was, but I do like to stay. I enjoy being by myself, so that could be a little bit of that. I'm intuitive. Feeling, yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve for sure. So I have a lot of emotion. I get that. Um, and one of the big things that it kind of nailed on is I like do not like conflict. I like
Yeah.
I always want to make people feel good.
Yeah, I actually with you reading that to me, I totally see that because I mean, look how many times a day I call you. Like I call you to talk to you about everything.
Yeah, every day. We talk many times a day.
Sure, I'm not the only one. Yeah.
What was your personality? What did it come up with?
So mine came up with campaigner, and I can't even express to you in words how accurate this personality traits was for me. And I was like answering the questions, first thought is best thought. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so far off. But it nailed it. So a campaigner, I'll just read you the first couple sentences and then like Charlene, I'll go into the traits. But it says you are vibrant, force of enthusiasm, creative, and idealism. Your mind is a constant whirlwind of ideas and possibilities, each more exciting than the last. You approach life with an infectious energy that draws others to you. Your charisma and genuine interest in people make you a natural actor and inspirational force. So I was like, wow, I really do have whirlwinds of thought going through my brain at all times.
I always just call that monkey
I can
brain.
never focus. I'm one of those people that has to put on. Have you ever heard of those like binaural beats or like study music or whatever?
Yeah.
In order to read something or focus for more than 5 minutes, I have to have that playing in my head to shut down the thoughts so I can focus on one thing.
That's crazy. My son had to do that when he was in school. They let him listen to music
Oh
because
yeah?
so he could focus. I have to get him to take
Yeah,
this
I just
test.
it is so yeah, if I don't have some kind of something draining out all of the thoughts, they're not bad thoughts, they're just
Yeah, it's just
they're like,
constant.
"Oh, I should do that. Oh, I should do
Yeah, chatterbox.
or why didn't you do that?" And I was like, yeah, my brain's always everywhere. Um, and the personality traits actually, just like you, it kind of shocked me a little bit because it says I'm 76% extroverted. Where, yes, I love people and I love being around people, but I also really enjoy my quiet time and my space. So it's almost like it was really accurate, I guess. I am extroverted, at least people have told me that. But I think it's more like 50-50. I really like my quiet time, but I also really like to be a part of things. Um, and it says 84% intuitive for my mind, which is spot on. I follow my gut, and I know that that saying isn't your mind, but I do. I follow my intuition.
Yeah.
Um, and then for my identity, it says 79% turbulent. And I don't know what that means, but I can
Uh,
guess.
well, it says here you're likely self-conscious, sensitive to stress, success-driven, perfectionist, and eager to improve.
That's what turbulent means?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay.
prospecting is you're likely very adaptable, easygoing, and flexible, prioritizing spontaneous. I cannot pronounce words. Over stability.
Spontaneity.
Yeah, that's one. So tactics prospecting. Um, so on the identity of turbulence, it's like, are you assertive or turbulent? So you're more turbulent. Yeah, I can see
Uh-huh.
that. You will be
Yeah,
able
and
to.
where are you? Where do you sit on identity?
Uh, introverted 53%, intuitive 54%, feelings 76%, which yeah, I totally get it. Prospecting 65, and then turbulent 53. So it's interesting. Um, if you go down to your career path, professional life, I'm driven by deep seated need for meaning and purpose, which is crazy because that's why I quit my job in 2015 because there was no meaning for it. Right. And I was
Yeah.
searching for a meaning, searching for a purpose. And that's when I came across personal development with Bob Proctor. And he always talked about, finding your purpose. Um, and I thrive on environments that allow myself to express my creativity, help others. Weird.
Uh,
And
weird that you landed here, Shar.
yeah, and that's, in our industry, we get to sit down and help people, if they're learn how money works and get them in a better financial situation. And, you got to leave people better off than when you found them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, I love that, Shar.
Yeah. So, and then, like looking at your own career path, like you were helping people, through the healthcare system. So I'm not sure what yours says about you.
Mine says, while your enthusiasm and creativity are your superpowers, they can also present challenges. Your mind moves at lightning speed, jumping from one exciting idea to another, which can make it difficult to focus on mundane tasks or stick to routines. I find myself on numerous projects, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But it says, at your core, you are driven by your values and your quest for authenticity. You have a strong sense of what's right and wrong, and you are not afraid to stand up for others and your beliefs. Yeah, and that I'm a true leader and an empath, essentially, and a powerful advocate for those that need it. So, yeah,
That's really cool.
I definitely see that going into like where I'm at now is it's really great because I get the opportunity to jump around from project to project
Yeah.
because I get to help this client do this, then I get to help this client do this, and it helps stabilize my lightning speed.
So, and then underneath that, it has like your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Um, so it says my strengths, I have a creative vision. I prioritize my values. I like to build team harmony, and I
That's so
have
true.
adaptability. But my
Yeah.
weaknesses is my idealistic expectations. So that can clash with practical workplace realities.
Mm,
Avoiding
yeah.
conflicts, which I just already admitted that too.
Yeah.
Perfectionist tendencies, which will slow down project completion. Well, I can see that in all my life because sometimes maybe when you set out to do a task and you're unsure, then you're like, well, if I can't do it right, then maybe I'll just do it later.
Yep. That makes
And
total sense.
I'm
I
very
actually feel
sensitive to
like that
criticism.
resonates with me. It's like if I can't do it perfect, well then fine, I'm just not gonna do it.
I just won't do it at all, and then nobody will know.
Yeah.
And I'm sensitive to criticism, so yeah, I can totally see that. Very, I take a lot of that personally, and I know I should not. Is people are there generally if they're well, the most people that I hang out with, if they're bringing criticism to the table, it's they're doing it to help me.
Mm,
But
yeah.
I take all that stuff so seriously and personal.
Hmm. You know what? I think that comes down to also how we're raised too, right?
Oh
I
yeah,
know for me, criticism was like a huge deal. It was very, it hit my soul because I was like, how dare you say that?
yeah,
You know, when really my parents were just trying to help teach me, but I took it very personally.
yeah.
And I think that comes from a hypercritical childhood, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, though this personality test is quite interesting, and the thing is, take it again, like give it a couple weeks and then go do it over, and it's free. Of course, there's options to pay for more information. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for more information. It says more than enough. And I think what I love about it is that differential between your strengths and your weaknesses, because as human beings, in order to get to where we want to go, no matter where that is, we need to play on our strengths
Yeah,
and improve upon our weaknesses. So if we can decipher what our strengths and weaknesses are, we have more power to move forward to what we want to do in life. It's like for me, one of my strengths is creative problem solving and inspiring energy. Well, I play on that. That's why one of the reasons we started a podcast is because we wanted to inspire others to live their best life. And that's what we're here
exactly.
doing. And so that helps with my creative energy. But my root or my weakness is my dislike of routine and that I'm easily distracted. So when Shar and I have a plan to sit down and do the podcast, and I'm going, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah, right?
Even though we do it every week at the same time,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
struggle with that. And so I need to work on that. And now that I know that, I can work on that. And my goal is to one day, people have assistance in every aspect of life. And that's what I want. I want a life assistant to just help me organize and tell me what to do.
Right?
That would be ideal. Shar, will you be my life assistant?
Yeah. Well, you can call me.
Well, yeah, you're always there to listen.
Exactly. Would be it would be really neat to do this with your kids.
Mm.
Hey?
Oh, wouldn't that be? That's a great idea.
Yeah,
That would really help them like sort their stuff out and be able to work on that at such a young age.
exactly. And it's
I
funny
love
if
it.
you think about when you go to a job interview, and quite often they'll say to you, so tell me about your strengths or tell me about your weaknesses. And then you're like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes you think about your strengths, and you're like, I don't know, but I can sure pick apart all my weaknesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is so true. Yeah, this gives you the ability to really recognize your strengths and to move forward, using them. And I can't remember, was it Bob Proctor maybe that said, focus on your strengths and hire someone to play out or to like determine your weaknesses and hire someone that can fill those weaknesses. Was it Bob Proctor or was it?
Yeah, possibly could. And the other cool thing, like when you're building a team environment,
Yeah,
you know, it's really cool to pull people in that have the strengths that are your weaknesses, right? Because you can't have it all.
right.
Personally,
Yeah,
well, I guess
no,
you
you
could have
can't.
it all, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, you know, as I build my team, I can pull people into my team that are like more like you just have that more abundant of energy than say I do, right? So you bring a different feeling to the table.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, if
no,
you mix your personalities into your team, then you'll have all your strengths and weaknesses bases covered. For
exactly.
sure. I love that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And that goes into, the other part of this test is the relationship sector and personal
Oh,
growth sector. And
yeah.
there's so many different spots in here. Like I highly recommend doing it. It's so fun. But in the relationship, um, part of it, it says bringing excitement. So Shar just brought that up that I bring excitement to the table, right? And so that helps a lot in your relationships. But my weaknesses in relationship is my emotional intensity. And you can ask my husband. Sometimes I can be a bit of a handful. So that's something I can work on is that emotional density and passion. I call it passion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have for my strength deep empathy and loyalty and can be inspiring and emotional depth. But again, oh, this avoiding conflict comes up again. And
Actually,
see,
I have avoiding conflict in the relationships part
mine's in
for
like
sure.
all of them. I'm like, oh, that's telling me something.
Yeah, it
And
is.
difficulty expressing my needs. So, there you go. Conflict. Expressing your needs might bring a conflict, right? And then my need for space. Like I said, I do really enjoy hanging by myself with my dogs, being out on the farm. And, I don't like big shopping centers and those big crowded environments. I'm not a big fan of.
That's so funny that you don't like that because when I first met you in person, we were in Calgary at our first live group event after the C word. And and you were so lively and it just seemed like you were in your element, walking around, saying hi, introducing me to everybody and you were like the life of the party. And so it's weird that you say that you're introverted and that you don't
Yeah.
like crowded environments when I seen it as opposite.
Yeah, that is true. Like I can work a room. I can work a room, man. Right? But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, now I need my Zen time. And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Actually, that's very accurate. So for our listeners, Charlene and I, we go to our annual convention in Vegas once a year in this summertime, and her and I shared a room. We were roommates, and at a certain time of night, she'd just put her headphones in and plug in and go to her space,
Yeah.
and
Go to my
don't
space.
bug her.
Yeah.
She's in her space. Just don't
Yeah.
bug her. I'm like, Char, hi, I still want to talk. She's like, shut up, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. It's my time now. It's my time. Yeah,
It's my time. Go
exactly.
away. I've peopled out.
I am peopled out. Exactly. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
mediators. I don't know who do we know who J.R.R. Tolkien is?
Yeah. she wrote or he, or I don't know. It's an author. J.R.R. Tolkien is an author. They did The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings,
That's funny.
I
And
believe.
the other mediator I may know is William Shakespeare.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Things that make you go,
Yeah, let me look at that. I want to look at that. Who am I?
It's right at the
Oh, where
bottom.
did it go? I lost it. Who are the campaigners? Oh, I didn't screenshot that.
Oh, that's too
Other
bad.
campaigners.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Oh,
cool, you guys. Tanisha will drop the link wherever she drops the link at. She does the magic. I just show up when she tells me to.
see, avoiding conflict.
Yeah, avoid a conflict.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
she doesn't want to rustle any feathers.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and this be like cool. Like do it with your kids, do it with your partner, and then do it with
Yeah.
if you have a teammates, it'd be really cool for them to do that with you.
Yeah,
And
it'll be fun, and we'd really love if you'd put like what your results were and how accurate it was for you, and just tell us a little bit about your personality traits in the comments, like, because we'd love to hear from you. And
exactly.
as always, subscribe and follow.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Cool. Well, that was short and sweet today, but just a ton of fun. And I'm going to do this again in a couple weeks, and I'm going to get Kaylee and Braden to do it for fun.
Yes, I'm gonna get Garrett and at least Dominic to do it. He's my oldest, he's 18. Um, just because I think it would be really cool. And, you know, I think everybody can learn something from this, you
Exactly.
can see what your strengths are and
Yeah.
play
Well,
to them.
and that's what this journey is about: is discovering more about yourself and become more self-aware, and then maybe if you even look backwards and go, oh, that's why that happened, and then looking forward, you can be like, oh, this is what I can do to make that happen. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So,
And it's free, so do it. It's
yeah,
fun.
free. Free. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it twice and I got campaigner both times. And it was like a
Interesting.
week apart. So I'm gonna do it again and see what happens in a week.
Yeah. Can't change it. You just can't.
Yeah. Can I change my strengths and weaknesses? Probably, but more slowly than a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Charlene, should we tell our listeners about our little surprise for next week?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm super excited. It's been a little bit since we've had a guest on our podcast, and I asked my good friend Justin Fraser. He lives in Kelowna with his family, beautiful wife, two beautiful young boys. And yeah, we're just going to chit chat about kind of his journey to where he is today, like, what, and then, and I'm really curious to know, like, if he'd stay what he was doing, what it would look like compared to what he thinks, because of his changes now, because of what he's created. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
And I'll let them tell their story, or I'll let him tell his story next week. But he has
Yeah.
some really exciting milestones that he just hit.
Yeah.
And I really am excited for him and his family. They are just growing and glowing.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. He's so funny because he's like, oh, I can't. We're going to try to have him on today, but he just got back from a trip and he's like, my nose is sunburnt and my voice is croaky. So I said, that's okay. We'll give you a week to recover.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll have him on next week. And yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to meet him and listen to him. He's a giant personality,
Yeah.
and he's just so beautiful in his soul. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna love him. So
Yeah. Oh, I should send him this personality test.
yes, that's a great idea, and we'll have him talk about his personality test too.
Yeah. That's so funny. Cool.
That's
Well,
awesome.
I'm gonna say see you later because I have some things to get done today. But thanks for listening, you guys. We appreciate all of you and look forward to next week when we have Justin join us. Have a wonderful day.
Yes. Thank you guys. Bye.